Hello everybody and welcome back to another My Porch Prints tutorials. This is Kyra and Happy New Year's to everyone. We're going to be kicking off the new year with some fun little projects here every day of the week. I'm going to be creating some of these scrap tags, and each of these tags is inspired by one of the journal prompts in the first week of our January journal prompts little freebie that we have here. These are just, some inspiration words to kind of inspire you every day of the month to maybe make a certain project or decorate a page of a journal, or maybe make some scrap tags with me if you want to follow along this week, because that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be using the first week only here, so the first 7 days, but you can get this freebie here, this little printable with all of these labels, in our Facebook group for free, and it has all 31 days of the month with also like this extra journal label here that you can use in your project or kind of just use to kind of inspire you. And again, I'm only doing the first 7 days because I have some other projects to get to, but I will be putting out a video every day of the week. And each day is going to feature a new tag inspired by the word for that day. This tag here was my first one I made off camera just to kind of experiment, but I will be showing you how to do all of the other ones. But this is kind of to give you an idea of what they look like. And they're kind of meant to be used by like tearing them up or sticking them in a journal. You can use them to decorate the journal, or use pieces of them to decorate other ephemera pieces, or they could become a tuck space. So it's just kind of a cute little project to make really fast and easy, and a good way to get rid of maybe some scraps you have lying around. So anyway, we are going to be starting with today, which is vintage for January 1st. So I'm going to be showing you guys all of the different kits and things that we used for today's project. It will be linked down in the description box, and each video will have its own description box with the kits used for that specific day. So just make sure to check down there if you're looking for any links. But the actual tag itself is a freebie that we are going to be making available to everyone. You can find the link for this freebie tag template down in the description box, so you just go ahead and print it off. I printed mine on cardstock, and I did print on the back of it with some of these sort of neutral papers here. Again, I will have this kit linked down in the description box for you if you're interested. I just wanted to print something neutral on the back because I wasn't exactly sure what I would be doing every day. I was sort of making things up as I went along. So for this first one, since it's vintage, I decided to go ahead and grab this kit here, which is these little folding ephemera inserts. And these we went ahead and printed off and made like last year, and they've just been sitting in a scrap drawer. So I thought this would be a good project to kind of take some of these, tear them apart, and use them for this tag. These are also just really handy to have around whenever I'm creating journals. So if you're looking for a folding ephemera kit, I will have this linked down below. And I'm also using some of these little ephemera pieces from our very vintage planner kit. These are just like the little fussy cuts that came with it. So, I figured it's vintage, and I'm certain I'll be able to find something to use in here. All right, so to begin, I'm going to flip my tag over here to the blank side. And I didn't print anything here because we're going to be covering it up anyway, so I didn't want to waste the ink. And instead, I'm going to take a piece of ephemera here, this large one, and I'm going to kind of distress it by wrinkling it and going over the wrinkles with some distress ink to bring out that contrast. And I'm just going to glue it down to the center of the tag to kind of hide a lot of that white space, just to give us a base to start with. And then I'm going over the edges with my distress ink. This is the color Vintage Photo, and that's going to kind of help hide those edges a bit as we decorate. And then from here, it's just finding pieces that I feel like fit the theme of vintage. So I've got this like little notebook corner here. This is like a faux torn corner from the very vintage planner kit. And then I'm also taking, again, this like kind of large seed catalog card here with like these bingo numbers on the back. And I'm just going to tear this piece up and glue things down where I feel like they make the most sense. You know, sometimes it's fun to tear a single piece apart and then kind of glue both pieces down so they kind of look like almost like you purposefully tore them and then dropped them down onto the tag and that's where they fell, you know. Just have fun with it. Don't think too hard about it. I find that just kind of randomly placing things at the start just kind of makes everything look a little bit more, I don't know, natural, I guess. It can be kind of difficult. I don't know if anyone else is kind of like me to like cover up something you've already laid down, but layers are gonna kind of be our best friend here. You want to layer as many pieces as possible, starting with your largest and then going to your smallest. And you can always supplement with things like I'm using some masking tape here, and a little bit later on I'll also be going in with like these little pieces of like ribbon, like scrap ribbon and things like that. So, you know, feel free to grab whatever you have on hand. If you've got like buttons or bows, or if you want to do some stitching around these pieces, that could be really cool, really cute, you know. So as much or as little as you want to do is fine. If you have stickers, I think this would be a really great project for stickers. A little bit later, I will be printing some things on sticker paper for, I think it might be January 3rd, maybe. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. I believe we have a tutorial on how to make stickers, so I will link that down below if I can find it, and then you can, you know, use any of your favorite kits to make stickers. And I'm going to be adding in my little January tags here, like these labels, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to use any of these kits if you don't want to. You can use whatever you already have, although sometimes it's nice to have a kit to use just because it can make the pieces look a little more cohesive. So I sort of wanted my tags to feel more cohesive, so that's part of the reason why I'm using kits. I'm also going into my fussy cut little like scrap box that I have, and I'm just going to grab a couple of smaller pieces here and glue those down kind of randomly. And then to tie everything together, I'm going around the edge with some distress ink, and I feel like that really just kind of pulls the whole thing together and makes it look a little bit more finished and complete. So again, this is really quick, easy tutorials to follow along with every day, you know, nothing too complex, but the end project is pretty cute, pretty fun, and pretty versatile. So thank you so much for crafting with me today. Don't forget to follow along and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the rest of the week's videos, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye!